Trishs Treasures. Affiliated with Vibe Talk Facing the Lion podcast.
Good evening, guys. It is currently 11:19 at night, but I am recording my Trishs Treasures right now because I don't know what the weather's going to do tomorrow. It's going to be 14 degrees in the morning, so I'm not sure if the power lines will be too icy for me to record this, so let me do it while the network is strong, okay? So, remember when I said in our going into 2026 video in Vibe Talk Facing the Lion podcast, before New Year's hit, you remember I said that hopefully this year I'll get a job soon, looking for a job, and how I was stressed out about finding that? Well, guys, thank God I do not have to stress anymore. I've been hired at my school district and I've been holding it in to tell you guys, but I'm so excited. So excited. So much stuff went into it, so much patience, so much waiting, but we're going to get into that later. Right now, I'm going to get into the announcements that I have. As you know, the first announcement is I got hired at my school district. Yay, so excited. And second announcement, my first job is in February, in late February, and it's a 2-day one. And I'm working with middle schoolers. So excited, so excited. My first job was actually supposed to be in early February, but we had a winter storm. We had a snowstorm. And honestly, the town was like, I don't think it's coming, but guess what? It did. It came, and my job got canceled. So I was like, oh my goodness, that did not just happen. I was very discouraged about that. Very. But we're going to get into that later. But yes, I'm so excited. And I can't wait to get started. So, also, my third announcement is I'm starting my college term in late February as well. I'm taking courses for my bachelor's degree. So excited to start that as well. And I graduate from my first degree. Yes, I graduate from my first degree on May 16th. So these are my announcements, and I'm so glad to announce them. I've been holding it in for a long time, but I'm so excited to share this with you guys. And let's talk about how our milestones and our things that are happening, our success, our accomplishments, how they're happening. And do you feel like you're in the waiting room? What is the waiting room? It means you're waiting on opportunities. You're in the patience box. You're trying to be patient and you're pending. You seem like your success, the things that you want to happen, the accomplishments you're reaching towards, it seems like they're pending on a 3 to 7 business day holder. It seems like it's there. And you're wondering, when is this going to happen? When will it start? Can it start now, please? That's where you're at right now. And I understand that. I get that. When I was applying for my job, I also had to be in the waiting room. There are certain things that weren't going well, certain things that were loading at a slow pace, and certain things I had to get situated, and I was very overwhelmed. I tried to keep it together, and it was hard to do because When you are in the waiting room, sometimes you start to doubt that the thing that you're waiting for is not there. It's not in the office. It's not in the box office. You are waiting for no reason. That's how it feels. But patience. Patience is key. When you're so excited to get the ball going, to pursue your dreams, pursue your goals, continue on. You're so excited and you want things to happen now, immediately. It seems like when things happen on the right time, that is happening at a slow time, or it's taking too much time. And I get that. I totally get that because that's where my mindset was. I was not being patient. I was stressing out when little things went wrong. It could be a small thing like the email didn't go through. I would stress out over that. When like one of the documents wasn't loading well, I was stressing out over that. Literally sleepless nights for being in the waiting room. And another thing I had to learn is everything isn't my fault. Sometimes technology, it just it's not functional sometimes, and it's not your fault. It's not the other end's fault. It's just technology and it messes up. You can't control that. I had to learn about things that I can control and things that I cannot control. It's a very peaceful place to be in your mind when you think about the things that you can and can't control. Because it gives you a breath of fresh air when you realize, oh, that's not my fault. I didn't cause that to happen. I just have to restart it, reload, click the refresh button, and continue on from there. And that was me in the waiting room. Now let's talk about the new routes that you will be taking in the waiting room or when you leave out of the waiting room. Sometimes when we are in the process of waiting, being patient, letting the things flow so you can go, we need to take new routes. Try some new methods. Take some different paths to get where you need to be because options sound so great, so amazing. When you look at the menu at McDonald's or Olive Garden, wherever you go, it wouldn't be so fascinating when all you have is chicken, and nothing else. Like, who just eats only chicken? No drink, no smoothie, no fries, no biscuit, no sundae, no coleslaw on the side. Like, who does that? If you do, that's you. But I'm talking about the options, the beauty of options, the beauty of new routes. That's something that put my mind at ease when dealing with my new challenges within my new chapter. Having something for when the other something doesn't work out is such an amazing aspect to have. Something I've been practicing instead of saying, oh, this isn't working, this part isn't working, and it's over. Just because this isn't working, I think that it's over for me, there's nothing left to do, that's just it. I've been trying to figure out my options. I've actually been practicing that ever since I graduated. Ever since I graduated and started looking for a job in my career. So I've been practicing laying out my options so I won't stress out so much, so I won't be so restless. And it's amazing how when you grow within yourself, your mentality grows while you're experiencing a new chapter, how you see things a different way, through a different lens. And it reminds me of a podcast that we had about, it's called It's in the Eyes. You see things in a different way. You see how others are feeling during a situation by just looking in their eyes. You can tell how they feel. You can tell where their mindset is at when you look through their eyes. That's how it is when you're looking through a different lens in life. The world is not ending, it's just beginning. There are new ways, there are new options, and there is certainly a new route. So I hope you guys find that new route in your struggle or in your new chapter of beginning your careers or beginning your journey of the new you. This brings us into the next part of this topic of new chapter and new challenges. This brings us into the pages are turning. Do you know what that means? That means things are starting to shift. Things are starting to happen. You're starting to feel the jitters and the excitement of the new chapter in your life. You're starting to see the character development in you and the development in your life while you're heading towards your goal and accomplishments. I like reading. I like reading a book. Reading is awesome. It not only develops your vocabulary, it also develops your mindset as well. And it makes you look at things in a different perspective from somebody else's narrative, you know? So, when I read, I'm always rooting for the villain or the protagonist, I think. Antagonist or protagonist to have some character development. Change. Be different. Do something different that's from what you were doing in the last 10 chapters. Like, for 10 chapters in, it's time to switch up your character, ma'am. Your character, sir. I want to see you grow. I want to see you build. You know? So, when we're looking for that new character development, we're constantly looking for it in the new chapter, another page. We keep turning, we keep reading to see if they change or not. And it's a disappointment sometimes when you see that they don't change. You're wondering, if I wrote this, I will make this character, instead of this character walk away and run away from home, I would rather let this character write a note to their parents. Let their parents read it and they have a sit down in the living room with their child and they rekindle. They understand each other more. That's what I would do if I wrote it. And you're thinking that as you go to the pages, wondering when the tables will turn as the pages are turning. So are the tables turning in your chapter? Are the chapters looking different? Are the years looking different from the last 10 years that you've been working towards this? Are you developing? Are you growing within your new routes? Within you waiting in the waiting room? Are you growing? Are you developing? That's a deep question to ask yourself when you are experiencing your pages turning, your tables turning, your life and experience turning around. The last pointer on my list of talking about new chapters and new challenges is processing and being active. Sometimes our new chapters are hard to process. They are hard to grasp within the moment because we've been in the waiting room so long, we've been waiting so long, we don't know whether it's going to happen, and when it happens, we're stuck, we freeze, we're in shock, we are processing what just happened. That was me when I was applying for my job. That was me. When it finally happened, I was in shock. I didn't really pause during that time. I was on the phone with my mother and I was telling her, Mom, I got the job. And she screamed on the phone. I was like doing the Cabbage Patch and I was dancing in the parking lot waiting on my dad to pick me up. So excited. I was so nervous going in there. I was shaking. The nerves were acting up. But when it finally happened, I felt a massive relief from my shoulders. It almost made me get emotional because I was stressing a lot. And seeing that it finally happened, I had to process the fact that, okay, it's beginning now. The now is happening. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to treat it? So I treated it with readiness. I treated it with alertness. And also, I treated it with grace as well. Because some days you won't be able to make it. Some days the weather is bad. And some days you can't control what happens to the point where you can't be there. It's okay. It's fine. But there will be other days. And that's something that I had to process within my first week of officially being hired. So I'm excited. And also during this processing, like I said, I treated it with readiness after the shock. I treat it with readiness, and I'm so excited to be active after the process, to treat it with alertness and just passion, motivation, determination, because when you're active in your accomplishments and your goals and in your careers, I would hope that you feel passion for it. I'd hope that you feel that determination. I hope that you still feel that encouragement from the people around you, first from yourself, and have that faith in you that you can do it. I'd hope so. You have that feeling. And with that being said, are you processing? And are you excited? Are you ready to be active in your new chapter with your new challenges? Thank you for listening. This is Trish's Treasures, and I'm so excited for anyone who's starting their new chapter, new challenges, and who's in the waiting room right now, and who's processing. I'm so excited for all of you to be active, to keep moving forward. This is Trish's Treasures, and see you soon.
Hi, this is Trish's Treasures. Affiliated with Vibe Talk Facing the Line podcast.